Hello, guys. Good afternoon. How is everybody? And I hope you all can hear me. And how is your day going? Happy Saturday and happy weekend to you guys. I hope everybody is fine. And can anybody just tell us maybe how what is actually going on with you? Because with me, I think everything just look overwhelming sometimes, but it's actually very fine and we're pushing. So that's just the goal. The goal is you just keep pushing. You don't relent and you don't stop. All you need to do is just keep pushing. So in the comment below, let me just know how you guys are doing, how you guys are faring, how excited are you for today's class, how prepared are you also for today's class. So in the comment below, let me just know that. And can you guys hear me? And can you all see my screen? Yeah, Miracle, thank you. Paul, thank you. I mean that. Okay, how can I join the front development page on Stack? Oh, I think you should just search for it or message me, then I will be able to revert on that. Okay. Okay, don't worry, guys. Be prepared. It just takes a little while. Everything will be very easy when the higher you go, the easier it becomes. That's one thing about tech. It's not the higher you go, the tougher it becomes. Yes, it gets tough, but it gets tough in the at the beginning. But when you're at the middle stage, it's not as tough as it's supposed to be. Okay, with this being said, I would just like to go over some questions that we have and just talk about. Let me open that our site. We continue the site that we have, but before we continue it, I'll be talking about the questions that we had for some people. Oh yeah, all is well, all is well. Don't mind me. All is well. Just feeling kind of overwhelmed, but I'm very fine. Thank you for asking. Great. Okay, so after the first question we said, I mistakenly submitted Zuri link instead of Replit. Because I've copied Zuri link earlier. I'm very sorry for this person. There's Shakirat. I'm not sure anything can be done. Like it's not something. There's a rule that once you do a mistake in submitting the wrong link, you would not be graded. So it's just like an interview. They ask you to submit a link for an interview, then you mistakenly submitted the wrong portfolio, somebody's own portfolio. They just ignore it and that's all. They won't give you the room to make that mistake again because mistakes like that, that means pressing 1 0 in 5,000, let's say 5,000, that's 50,000 already. You know that kind of mistake can cost you. So you need to also learn from mistakes sometimes. I'm actually using my phone for my tasks because I don't have a PC and I don't know most projects for these tasks for weeks. The Flexbox and Grid are not working out for me. Could it be because I'm using a phone? Because I'm sad I won't be submitting. Oh, Rashidat, like sincere sorry. If anybody has a system and you feel you can loan Rashidat, you can message her. I don't know her name. She can drop her name on Slack. Also, I think one thing you can because it will be very very stressful to code with your phone. You have to just use your system. It will be very very stressful. I can assure you that. So try to use your system. Oh, Charles, I think I just joining us today. So I'm fine. I'm fine, Paul. I'm fine. Thank you. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you, guys. Yeah, Charles. Oh, that means you're just joining us today, and I think we've started the project. That's why it's very good to join office hours so that you don't get lost. Yeah, sorry about that, Paul, but you probably may still catch up. Then, how do I get my codes to the GitHub repository? Like, we can run a tutorial on this. It's affecting my submission. There's a video on this, Ayabami. You just need to do is watch the video and you'll see how to do that. And It's always going to be very, very okay once you are given resources and you watch the resources. Failure to watch the resources would actually have a lot big effect on you guys. So I advise everybody, once a resources is given, watch it. It's so that it help. Even if you don't set office hours fully, but resources are meant for you. So about me, I don't think I'll be going through how to go about this repository, and I would implore you to just watch the repository, to watch the resources. Then I have another last question, which is Rapid didn't accept display my grid. It requires until I used HTML for the tags. So I submitted my replit link. Oh, let me see the replit link you submitted. I'll be checking that. I'm still here, but let me just check the replit link you said it's submitted. Oh, you submitted your own replit link, not even the assignment replit link. Oh, I just pray the person that will grade it will overlook that for you. Then I could not be what did you what's the last thing? I hope I'll be still be graded. See, it's advisable you submit your grid and flex inside one same replit. It will work. Just add a link to it. So I think you can ask your peers how they did theirs and you will get solutions to that. Secondly, most of my tasks have not been graded. The ones yet to be graded. This is a reply to um Arun C. Sorry if I pronounce that wrongly, but that's what just came to my head on how to pronounce it. That is ARUNSI. Okay. Yeah, my day is fine. Good afternoon. Okay. Okay, guys. So all things being said, and that's the questions I have. So let's see. Let me take in the next 3 to 5 minutes. Let me see if there are questions on the chat where I can pick it up and reply you guys. So what questions do you have? Let me see. Let me see the questions you have. Any question for me? Let's see how I can pull this through. Well, I'm not seeing anybody questions. Is everybody happy to be here today? Like I'm not seeing the normal vibe. Is it because I'm not vibing the normal way? Yeah, don't worry. Maybe for the at the middle of the class, I would vibe my normal way. Don't worry. How can I add link to a button with anchor tag? Okay, to a button, link to a button with the anchor tag. That's very very easy for you. And let me open a replit. Let me open my replit account. Okay, so let me also do this. Replit. Is it? Let me see. I want to open the live. No, this is not it. Run. Control enter. Oh, sorry. I'm trying to open up what we're actually doing online. Not published. Let me publish again. Next. Publishing. Okay, copy. Yeah, this is what I need. Can you guys hear me? Oh, I'm actually starting today, Sylvercodez. I've been busy with my tasks. Oh, sorry about that. Please drop a recap of okay, I'll try to say I can do it. Yeah, but you can actually go back to the previous office hours, Charles. You're actually correct. Watch the Sunday office hours to also understand what you have been doing, then try to watch some of the Thursday office hours also. Okay, I added a button. Added a link to a button with anchor tag, and I was told from the review from the front end mentor that it's wrong. Yes, you should actually use a button should be a button, and a tag should not. Don't do this for good purpose, don't do this. Let me show you. Don't do this. Can you guys see my screen? The one I'm sharing you, can you see it? So this is what I want to show you. Don't do this. Then you now do this. Don't do this. This is wrong. If this is what you did, Paul, this is wrong. So don't do this. Don't do this. Neither don't do the one that you put maybe button or you put, let their separate tags and let it be on their own. They're separate tags and they work differently. Yes, they can work the same way. They do the same function, routing, submitting, but they work differently. So don't do this, Paul. If that's what you mean, yes, you're actually wrong on that part. So I think you would have gotten that. You're having issues with the media query. Do you watch? That's Chinemere. Were you able to watch all the videos of media query? If you are still having this issue of media query, I will speak about it in our Sunday class. But with that, I think you should. I would recommend a video for you. Just send me a message, and I would reply you. Oh, Moshola, so you did that mistake too. Oh, thank God you changed it. Well, great to change it. Please, this week's five material is not sending enough the tax. I don't really understand it. Okay, I think since we have these hours, I think what I'll just do is let's speak about week five task, please, because the goal is everybody should be on the same page and everybody should understand what we're supposed to do. I don't want to make anybody seem lost, and I don't want to forfeit the purpose of office hours, which is to take people's questions and ensure you are on track. So if probably would use the next 20 minutes to talk about this, then we should. The project that we're working on, we would also continue that, but probably will not do it today like we're supposed to. And if time permits, we will. So week five task, this GitHub. But first, let me get the response from this. Hmm, who asked that question? That is Martin Shola. Please be sincere. Did you watch the resources that I gave about week five tax? Did you watch everything? I want to hear that sincere review from you. If you did, then we will go on. But let me just get that sincere resources. Oh, okay. Yes, making use out of an A tag in linking is okay. Yeah, Shine Miriam, that's okay. Then Yetunde, I've watched the videos on media query but still don't get it. Okay, this is what we'll do. Today we'll discuss a little about this GitHub. Then I'll dedicate one of my classes to this to tell you to talk to you about media query. Then you should watch everything. You should try to watch everything. That is Omoshel or Martin Shola, but try to watch everything. But pending that, I will try to talk about media query, this that they ask you to do. What they simply ask you to do is push all week 3 to week 5 tags on GitHub called assignments. The repository should have three branches named week 3, week 4, week 5 on GitHub. Update your profile with your GitHub link. Then set the username.amd on the GitHub with this link. I don't want to do this assignment for you people. So I will only give you a pointer of what is expected of you. So I'll look for my one of my GitHub repository. Open up my GitHub. Let me just look for a I'll look for maybe one my of my this thing. If it's how to place the tags, let me look for. Let me see. Uh, let me see this. No, this is not having what I want. This is not also having what I want. So Paul, the resources is clear for you. Oh, that's great. Then Omatishola, can we do this? I want to get your feedback. But if you want me to take it for you, I will surely do that. Will you message Paul? Are you ready to take him through to see how we can get his assignment done? Or if it's not possible, let me know, Paul. Then Omatishola, are you okay with that also? So that we don't just focus, but I'll still go back to do the recap of what in for week 5. What are we supposed to put in the week 5 branch? Is it just the assignment? What is just to put in week 5 branch? They already said it from the question. And week 5 branch. So week 5 branch can just have your readme. Just add a readme to your week 5 branch. So add a readme, set up your readme.md file on GitHub using this link. So set up it and put it on a week 5 branch. So week 3 branch, the assignment of week 3. So it's just something of, let me open my VS Code. I would have to stop sharing and reshare now so that I can show you my entire screen. Let me just clear up my VS Code. New window. Let me share. New share. Entire screen. Share. Okay. So this is what is expected of you. CD desktop. If you can see my screen, let me know. Oh, capital D. Yeah. Then mkdir. What folder did I want to create? Let me just say assignments. I created the assignment folder, so I'll just open up my assignment folder here. Open folder. Open folder. Desktop. I have it as assignment, so this is it. So I open it up. I created with mkdir. That's make directory shortcode command line. Then yeah, they said add your week 4, week 3, week 4, week 5 assignment in a branch. So the first thing I can do is Ctrl J. My this main one will be my week with this in assignment. So I can do git add readme md. Oh, sorry, git init. So let me do this first. Create GitHub. Let me create a new repository, as you need to always do. You need to create a new repository first. So you have this. They said you should name it assignments. So I can do this and I can do this. So first thing I'll do is copy this for you. This is what the first thing you're supposed to do. Copy this, paste this. And see my readme.md is now here. So assignment. I can now say anything I want to put here. I've already gotten my readme.md, and that's which task. Let me see. That's the first one. Set up a username.md. So it's not going to be readme, it's going to be a username.md. You can just change that readme to your to be profile.md or Sylvercodez.md. Use it your GitHub username. That's what it should be. Then update your profile on with your GitHub link. That's the normal profile this thing. Then publish with 3. So this one now, one thing I can do is I can have if this is going to be my week, this thing, there's something they call git branch. Check out first. Check out dash d. Let me say the first one, week 3. So I'm now on week 3's branch. If I have my folder that I need to create, let me just put a random thing. I hope I don't have any large. I'm trying to get something very minimal. Okay, so let me put this. Okay. Oh, I want to move this inside here. What's happening? Okay, move. Yeah, so it's not inside my assignment. It's not still there. Let me just create a new folder. I'll call week 3. So I can grab something to copy. I don't know why it's not copying. I don't know why it's not copying, but it's supposed to copy. But there's a way they um, copy parts. Or it's because the what I'm trying to copy is actually a GitHub repository already. So that was why it does not want to copy it. But if I have this, so I can just say git. I've not added my what I want to put for my GitHub. So I have this git add remote. Let me save this first. Git add dot, then commit your file. Git commit dash assignment git. I will add this what I copied now. I'll add this, then git. I already check out, so I'm on a different branch. Git push origin. What's the branch name? Victory. Oh, sorry, missing uneven credentials. Check out. Let me check out again. Git check out dash b victory branch. Git push origin branch. Oh, this is an issue with my GitHub. It's not connected to my showing is connected here. Oh, I think I would have to troubleshoot this. But if you understand what I'm trying to do already, you would know what I want to do, the what I plan to achieve while pushing. So when you push the next one the same way. When you have maybe see something like this, git branch, something like this. Let me just copy this and paste it. So there's still that issue there, which I would have to debug myself to check why my GitHub is failing from that part. So okay, but if you understand what I'm trying to do now, you will know how to push these to branches. So you know how to create by with git branch, and that's just basically all you need to do. With git branch, you know how to, then you can also select what you need to copy, what you need to push using your this thing here. From the branch, you know the history of the branch from here. Which branch do you want to see? I have my branches here already. So I want to publish week 3 remote name. Let me just push it. So I'm pushing. Let me see if anything is here. Yeah, as you can see, from what I push now, I push this one to main. So if I need to push to another branch, something else or something, I'll look for the branch here. Then I'll show I'm on it. Switch to week 3. It's switching to week 3. Then I push. Coming back here and I refresh. There are 2 branches here. This week 3. So I just put my assignment of week 3 and I push it here. So that's where you create branches. So this main week 3, this one will be your week 5, then week 3, week 4. I hope with this little video you would be able to catch up and continue from you watch other videos and you'll be able to continue. Okay. Oh no, not this. Let me reshare the normal one I'm trying to share. Okay, great. So I think I've been able to answer that one. Let me see other questions that we have and let me pick them also. You don't understand. Oh, I think we'd probably have to watch the videos to understand better. We're supposed to book week 3 branch because week 3 reg version portfolio, week 4 flex. You copy everything to VS Code first. You have to copy everything that you have and copy every task that you have. Download them to VS Code first before you're able to do this. Okay, the person with did this something I don't know. I can't pronounce their name. But the right way to do it is putting all this individually, like button. Then if it's the A tag, it has to be like this. So this is the right way. We have to be different from this. So I hope I've answered the question on how to make it different. Then I watched the resources though. Let me see another question. What of this A tag button tag is still wrong? Charles, the way you structure this, the A tag button tag is wrong. It has to be separate. You separate them. This is wrong. This is wrong. This is wrong. This is wrong. Don't do it like this. It's either this way. You have to separate them. Then okay, Paul, thank you. So Omote Shola, you can message Paul. I'm sure he's very ready to help on that aspect if the video is not clear enough. So if putting the anchor tag into the button is wrong, okay, I've answered this. The readme are talking about, is it profile readme or repository readme? Is repository readme, repository readme, is repository readme, because it's basically for, if you do the repository readme, you can add it from here. Whatever I have, it will reflect on my repository. So you can also still do this though. You can still do this. Write everything you have, then download and go and put it on your readme. See, you have this readme. You can copy this folder and go and paste it on your readme. You can do this, but I only showed you how to create it manually. So what I showed is how to create it manually. Okay, so um, let me see another question. Oh, then what? Okay, I was thinking we are meant to upload it through Git. Yeah, Motishola, yeah, I suppose you can upload it to Git. I only showed you how to use the command line to create it. So it's still the same thing. A tag in between a button or vice versa is not accepted. Yes, indeed, that's very correct. All this in Big 5 resources. Yes, you should check it out. Oluwa Darasimi. You should check it out. And Charles, I think it should be an anchor tag flagging. No, Charles, anchor tag flag. No, that's wrong. You don't put a button inside an A tag. That's wrong. A button and an A tag should stay differently. It is supposed to be well, git push dash u origin with 3. Let me try that. I'm not sure that is it. It's also still giving me an error. I think I tried that already. If you looked at the video that I made, it's also something very wrong. Okay, I have another one which says Charles, he said it's not allowed. Yeah, it's not allowed. Thank you, Yetunde. The assignment is not spelled correctly somewhere. Maybe that's from my own end. I know I misspelled assignment at a place. You didn't input git remote origin before the GitHub link. Is that an issue? No, that's not an issue. Git before the GitHub link. No, that's not an issue. I followed the three processes, the normal processes. Does it mean that each week assignment will be a branch on its own? Yes, Charles, it has to be a branch on its own. Some of us are new to this GitHub. What do we do? I want to share people a video that I want you people to watch. For those that are new to GitHub, let me look for this person's video, and I recommend you to watch it. If you don't watch it, is on you. Intro to yeah, this is it. This is it. Yes, it's a 1 hour video. It's a 1 hour video, but I can assure you that everything that has been asked for you see git branching, how to make branches, how to make it. So I would put this video in the link below. It's in the link below. Let me see I can paste it. If in case you can see it, I'll also add it to Slack. I'll be adding it to Slack immediately after this call. But if you can see it, you can also help me add it to Slack. Some of the so we can't understand this stuff. What if we don't have a main branch? GitHub tutorial is not something I can tell you people you can achieve in 1 hour. There's no way, there's no magic that will do for you people and explain this thing for you in an hour without answering questions. That's only maybe I'd have to skip questions, there will not be answering of questions, and it will just be strictly on the video. So, but if we want us to dedicate a class tomorrow and to talk about GitHub, then good and fine, we can also do that. We can also do that. Yes, you should have a main or master branch. Fabulous. That's always correct. Just for naming conventions. But you can change the name though. But that main and master branch should be is important. It's just something very good, just for clarity and for good sake. Okay, I'll put it on Slack. I'll put the video that I require people to watch on Slack. So that should help you. When videos are posted like this, I recommend you watch it. If you watch it, it will help you. Failure to watch it would give you a lot of issues. So if it's for videos, I can recommend videos for you if you're a very slow learner. So I'm currently sending it to listen. So please watch it. Videos are supposed to be watched. Watch it. This will help your growth and it will assist you further in trying to do this assignment. If possibly the video that you have is not enough for you. Okay, I prefer to use a desktop, sir. I okay, if the desktop is very fine for you, then yes, you can download the desktop to use. How do I link? How do I make a link to a button? How do I make a link look like button? You have to just style it. That's where the CSS comes in. You have to put a background. You have to put a padding. You have to put a margin. That's when CSS come in. Okay, then we can discuss about this. Femi Manuel is bringing a suggestion that we dedicate tomorrow's class to talk about GitHub. So let me get you people's reply about that. If you we feel this is very fine, we pause the dodo for now and discuss about GitHub. We would talk through on the basics of what people need to learn about GitHub. So let me know from the comments below also. So tell me what you people feel and what is expected of you on how we should use GitHub. So please, I would appreciate your comments to make the decision so we know our tomorrow's class is to talk about how to use GitHub. And oh, I'm not sure we will not be able to enter the JS part first though. I still want you able to get the fundamentals, but yes, you'll be able to enter the JS part if that's the next thing. But I need replies on this. Reply please. Am I lazy for using GitHub desktop, sir? You're not lazy, but you probably need it. You probably need to learn how to use it on the command line. Coding on command line is very key. Let's finish up the form. What form, please? Please, what form? I would like to know. I can't see that message again. Okay. Is it under announcement in Slack you posted? No, I posted it on the group chat, not Slack. Facebook. What is it called? Frontend group. Then is it on? Okay, but what will I put in the main branch? You can put anything in the main branch. The main branch is just a dedicated branch for the main. So anything you can just name it anything, say, but just ensure you have a very important branch that is main branch. So how do I make a button? Okay, I've answered all this. Mm, then I have already finished the tutorial video on the assignment. I followed it through and say, do not have any main, but I can add. But no, it's not an issue. It's not an issue. Fabulous. Fabulous is not an issue. The naming convention is not an issue. If you name it, you can even put it as a name, anything as a main branch. But that's the first thing that people sees on that GitHub, but they land on it. So it's not an issue at all. So it's very fine. Fabulous. Then are we to put the assignment in one VS Code in one folder? Yes, put it on one folder. You put it on a folder that you push to VS Code. You push it branch by branch. If you watch that video, you'll be able to understand what I mean very well. Yes, command line is very important. See, without command line, command line is very important and key. Without command line, you're not fully a developer. Command line is one tool every developer should have. Command line is very important for developers. Sorry, programmers. See, one of the reasons why command line is very important. See, once you learn command line, it's faster and powerful to navigate around the computer. That's why many programmers prefers it. In fact, there are a lot of directions the computer that can execute through command line. See, it's very important. Okay, they said it's not necessary, but not the like that's the command line. Even all these listeners, what they're talking about here is still the same. So you need to use the command line, even if this one said it's not necessary. But both IDs and this have a link. You don't even have to think about because they are already there. I used the having said that, there's a reason why it is very useful to use command line. So I would just advise people learn about command line, pick up a video on how to use command line, and if you need a recommendation, I would also share a recommendation if that's needed. So yeah, did I have any other question? Let's still pick up questions. Let's pick up questions. And like I said, tomorrow should we talk about GitHub? Probably can include GitHub in command line. and how to use GitHub using command line. So please, I need the feedbacks. I need to reply about this. Please make a comment below on what you think, what you suggest, and how we should go about it. Since because the initial plan was we should use our Sunday to complete the Dodo site, where we can discuss about how to use carousel and other beautiful features. Like I wanted to show you, I had other beautiful features that I would want people to learn on what is it called, on the Dodo. But if we all agree to pick up on something that's very fine, then we can pause the Dodo when we feel we have the time, because the goal is not just to learn, but also to learn in a better way and understand. So this was one of the things I plan on taking today before, but I don't think time will allow us because I can't explain this in 10 minutes for people to understand, and I plan on breaking it down to be as simple as possible. Okay, so there is still time for Git. Let's continue the site now. Okay, Git does not look very small as that. Git does not look small, Paul. It's not something I would need to explain every terminology on Git. But if that's the case, let me just explain few before we continue. Let me just see if I can pick up few and just tell you people what it does. So let me look for a way to just share to reshare. Okay, so this is it. Why is Control B not closing this thing? Okay, this is it. I hope you can see my screen. Good and fine. So clear, yeah, good and fine. So this is what Git is about. Like if you are trying to use Git, is I can't pick everything, but first there's something called initializing. That is like you are trying to say, okay, this is a GitHub repository and it's very important for you to know this is a GitHub repository. And the first command line to put on every GitHub repository is this git init. And what this git init means on, let's check it out. What it means, like I said, is to initialize your repository. Is just basically to initialize, to put it that this is a GitHub repository, and just try to tell the command line that just respect this. This is a GitHub repository. So this is what it means. GitHub creates a new Git repository. It can be used to convert an existing, yeah, you can say, or initialize a new empty repository. So he's trying to say this is a GitHub repository and this is how it should work. Then every GitHub repository that you create, if you need to add a new file, you need to use this git commit. Commit means we are trying to say, okay, save everything I've done on this particular part. Like, let me see, you're building you're trying to cook. Then you stop at a stage, you save that stage. Okay, this is where I want to stop. Then you drop the food. If you should go and come back, the stage where you stopped. You can access from that stage and you can either continue, or you can say, okay, I I have this and I just want to remove this part. I don't need it again. So it's why git commit is very important, is why is all you need it is so that you keep track of what you've done. Okay, you are pushing something to this thing to online. So how do you want it to be handled? Let me show you. Every this thing always has a commit. See, when we push something down, it shows you histories of what you've done. Like when you push this, let me look for one of my repository that has a large, what is it called? That has large commits. Yeah. So something like this now. It tells me I updated the landing page Hello, I'm still here. Sorry for that break in transmission. My network ridiculously went off. So they took the light and my vital used to come on. Yeah. Okay. So I have somebody who is asking. So like I said, I'll talk about this Git commit. Let me show you how a Git commit looks like. So this is telling me about committing. So it's showing the times I committed and the history of what I committed. So like I said, Git commit is about histories of how it looks at that point. So it shows me all the files that I changed at that period. So like I said, those three and talk about it. So that's just basically what we will do on our tomorrow's class. So our tomorrow's class will be about Git, command line, and media query. So that's it. That's what we're supposed to do tomorrow. So I know this class we not really discuss about a lot of things. Yes, okay, about command line. There's no, I don't, I'm not sure there's a tutorial video about command line. That's just benefit you have for attending office hours. Yes, Paul, do the sites. I think a lot of people are still backward, so I don't want to just rush up things. And let me say I can explain it. We can actually use the site to explain media query, so that should be fine. We'll use the site to explain media query. I'll ensure we do that. We use the site to explain media query. Okay, guys, there will be another class in the next 20-30 minutes. So I think I would not want to delay the mentor on that. So I'll just have a blessed week ahead and enjoy your weekend and ensure you are all fine. And if you have any question at all, clarification, recommendation of videos, probably you are lacking behind and you don't understand, please reach out to me via Slack, Sylvercodez. I try my best to respond to everybody, even though I know that I get a lot of questions most times, but just know that I'll reply you within 24 hours at worst case, not up to 32 hours. Okay, guys, thank you very much, guys, and bye, guys.